Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to another tournament. We got another Royal Rumble tournament. Dan versus Marcus. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's see if 2K's nice to Marcus this time around. Let's see how this plays out. It's Dan versus Marcus. You're going to see less comics. I know the first 3 matchups was, not 100%, but a lot of them were comic book characters. This time around, there's going to be just a little bit. Probably 1/3 of this matchup will be comics. And we're starting things off with Shaggy. Shaggy is number 1 here. So, yeah. And he looks like, I don't know what is going on with Shaggy. There's always been a theory about him of why he acts the way he acts. And I think that theory is true, seeing how he's acting right now. That maybe he likes the leaf a little too much. His shirt is green for a reason, probably. So, yeah, I don't know what is going on with him. Some of those characters on Scooby-Doo get on my nerves. They just do. And we'll see who's number 2 here to kick things off. Oh, wow. And can you imagine Scooby-Doo crossover with Terrifier? That would be crazy. That would be insane. So, Art the Clown is here. And this is going to be a great one. Oh, man. Yeah. Let's just say the gang would not survive Art the Clown. That would be a crazy movie. That would be a crazy crossover. Of course, the gang would not live through it. So, maybe it's a good thing it's not going to happen. Especially for kids, Definitely not for kids. And anyway, Shaggy versus Art. What a great kickoff to this. And as they're eliminated, I will tell you what team they're a part of. And number 3 is Clarence from RoboCop. Of course, played by Foreman from, I believe that's his name, from That 70s Show. I can't stand that character in RoboCop. I don't think anyone likes him, though. He's just scum. And Shaggy's got Clarence on the ropes, and good counter there by Clarence. And number 4 is Jeff the Killer. And what a great matchup to kick things off here. And like I said, there's going to be about 11 in here that are comics. About 11, 10 to 11, around that. I think it's about 10, actually, looking at it, yeah. So we're still kind of halfway, we're like at the halfway mark that crosses over between 2 different accounts, and Foxy's number 5. I really never used Foxy until, recently. For some reason. I don't know why. I always used Chica and Bonnie and Freddy, but I never used Foxy. And number 6 is Anton. What a psychopath he is. And he is from No Country for Old Men. And, of course, he's just a complete lunatic, has one of the coolest weapons, and, of course, he leaves everything to chance. He leaves everything to chance. And there goes, wow. He had no shot against Art, though. No shot at all. And that's going to be a loss for Marcus. And my pen, oh, my goodness. Here we go again. There we go. The ink's working. It wasn't working there for a second. But yeah, That's a loss for Marcus, his first loss. And we got Sabretooth in the house. So finally we got a comic book character. We're going to have about 10 of them. Because like I said, it's a crossover between two different accounts. And number 8 is Naruto. Naruto coming in at number 8. I've never seen an episode of Naruto. Still. And I probably never will because there's just too many. You know, there's a point where there's too many episodes. And I just cannot do it. I cannot find... And that's why now I start them on them as soon as possible. You know, I've been watching Shogun. I've been watching Fallout. Some really good stuff there. And I'm not going to wait till season 10 to watch them. Because it's just too much work. The only exception I make is like for South Park, and that's because it's not a continuous story though. So that's okay. But the continuous storylines it's just so tough when you have so many seasons. When you're like Family Guy or South Park and you know, you barely have any storyline, it's perfectly fine to watch whenever. You can just watch those casually. You really don't have to invest a lot of time into them. I mean, there's certain situations where there's two-parters and stuff like that, but it's not like watching Game of Thrones where you have a continuous storyline. And there goes Shaggy. So he started off at number 1. I'm surprised he made it that long. But he has been eliminated. That's going to be a loss for Dan. Oh my goodness, what is Art doing? He's going up against another psychopath, Clarence. And we still have a lot of problems with this. I mean, there's a lot of glitching. There's a lot of bugs. And Jeff is done. So Jeff is going to be, I believe, a loss for Dan. But, yeah. We'll see how far Art can make it. He's 1/3 done. And we got Frazier at number 10. And not George Frazier. We got Therapist Frazier. And there goes Art. So, yeah, not 1 and 2 haven't been doing really great here lately. And it seems like it's easier to get eliminated now. And Art's going to be a loss for Marcus. And Frazier's been eliminated. And that is a loss for Marcus. And Niles is here. Now we got Niles. Got Frazier and Niles. Yeah, Frazier didn't do good at all. And Superman's number 12. And Foxy's in trouble. And Foxy trying to hang on. And look at the double team. And Foxy's still in it. And there goes Sabretooth. So that's going to be a loss for Dan. And Taskmaster is number 13. And Clarence, oh my goodness. I cannot believe Superman's already gone. And he is done. And that's a loss for Dan. Look at Clarence attacking the creature. And now going after Naruto. Clarence has been really good in this. I'm surprised by Clarence. And Ghostface is number 14. And Clarence has been eliminated. So that is a loss for Dan. So far, has it been about even? I mean, I'm trying to see who all's in and what team they're a part of. Taskmaster just got kicked in the back of the head. And Robin's 15. And look at Naruto going after Creature. And look at that power bomb. Wow. And Foxy now going after Naruto. And he's been eliminated. So that's a loss for Marcus. So it's almost a tie right now. Dracula's 16. And he has not done well at all here lately. And there goes Foxy. Another loss for Marcus. Now it is a tie, according to what I have. I mean, I could be a little inaccurate, but... well, actually I am, because I missed Niles, because, you know, the Fraser people, they don't do well. And Niles was a loss for Dan. I don't know why. It must be whoever made him must be a big fan. That's the only explanation. Because they cannot fight. That's for sure. And Kid Buu is 17. And Taskmaster. What a great counter there on Creature. And uh-oh, Kid Buu is in trouble. And Buff Amon Us is 18. I love this one. I love this one. Obviously, you couldn't make the other version. Ghostface's finish. Wow. They are flying out of here tonight. That's a loss for Marcus. And Creature and Dracula. A double whammy on the Universal Monsters. And who lost there? Let's see. Dracula's a loss for Marcus. And where's Oh, another loss for Marcus. Wow. So now it's not looking good now for Team Marcus. I'm starting to notice a lot of his people are coming in. And Taskmaster hanging on the ropes. And we'll see who's next, and it is... I can never say his name, so... Yeah, it's not looking good for one team, that is for sure. But we still have a little ways to go. And look at Kid Boo here. Oh, got tangled up. Got his feet tangled up. I don't know how that happened. And Zoom is 21. I mean, both teams still have a couple people left. So, there is one team doing worse than the others, but it's not too bad yet. So, we'll see what happens. We got a lot of Naruto characters. They're always easy to download because they get like really good downloads. And Negan's 22. And Taskmaster has gotten an elimination, and that's a loss for Marcus. And Negan's done. He just got here. That's a loss for Marcus. It is definitely not looking good for his team. And he lost another one there. 2K is not being nice to Marcus tonight. Has it ever been? I mean, but it's not over. It's not over. According to this, he has 4 people left. It is not over. Dan still has quite a few, though. I think Dan has about double left. Over double, maybe. They've been flying out a little too quick, and I've tried to, I put the momentum on normal. To try to get this to, last a little longer. It really is not making a difference. It just depends on who's in here. It depends on people's sizes. Because we've had some, 37. And there goes Robin and Kid Boo. Kid Boo's a loss for Marcus. And Robin's a loss for Dan. And Wolverine's 23. So, yeah, they're flying out of here tonight. It's kind of ridiculous how fast they're going. And Zoom is done. Taskmaster's the real standout here. And Zoom is going to be a loss for Dan. And number 24 is Clayface. A lot of people didn't like this one. I thought this is the best you can do with it. I mean, he's like almost impossible to create. So I think it's the best you can do. Some people didn't like it. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. If I download it, I don't have a problem with it. But I mean, it's probably one of the most difficult creations because how his shape is. So you just cannot win. And we don't know how he's going to look in the new Batman movie. I'm so excited to know that he is going to be a villain in the new That's just amazing. And the tall man's number 25. That is just amazing that he is going to be, a live-action villain. The only thing we need now is Omega Red. I mean, y'all know I love him. And Mr. Sinister would be great, too. But Clayface, I never thought I'd see the day. And I would like to see Firefly. Firefly is another great villain in the Batman series. Who else have they not have a live action of? I really don't care about the Mad Hatter. I'm trying to think of anyone else. I'm Copperhead. Maybe not Deathstroke, but that was more for Teen Titans. So, I'm excited for Clayface though. There's something about the Owls, the Court of Owls, or something people want to see. I don't know a lot about them. And Static going after Clayface. I mean, Taskmaster's been on point. Everybody else is just getting destroyed. And number 27 is Beast. And 28 is Miles Upshur. So Miles at 28 from Outlast. A game that I will not play. I will play a lot of scary games. But the three that I won't play is, I don't like games where I can't defend myself. I don't like stealth games. But Outlast is the only game I won't play because, I just don't like it. I'm a little too freaked out by it. I would play Amnesia and Alien Isolation. But, I don't like the stealth concepts of those games. But there's something about Outlast. There's a couple particular scenes I'm not going to say on here because they're just so outlandish. Even if I said them, you wouldn't even believe what is in that game. That game's so extreme, it's unreal. That's a loss for Marcus Beast. So he's down to 2. But in Outlast, there's just certain scenes that I just cannot tolerate in the game. It's just too much for me. And I've seen a couple of them. But yeah, it's just real gross. And Clayface is done. That's another loss for Marcus. Goodness. This is probably the meanest 2K has ever been to Marcus. This is unreal. It is down to Miles. All he has left is Miles at 28. And Dan's only lost like 8 people, which is crazy. And now he lost Miles. My goodness. So Marcus has been eliminated from the tournament. Dan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people left? My goodness. I don't know what to say, Marcus. I absolutely do not know what to say anymore. That is ridiculous. This is maybe the worst I've ever seen 2K. And I don't put these in order or anything. I don't do it. It's all random. I just want you all to know that. But this is beyond a landslide. This is not even funny. We haven't even got to 30. And the rest are Dan's. So, my apologies to Marcus, but 2K's got some kind of issue with you or something. I don't know what their issue is. And I bet you they're reading what you're saying. And they're starting to notice things or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's a conspiracy. Because that is ridiculous. And Reverse Flash is number 30. Yeah, all 7 people remaining are part of Team Dan. That is just crazy. And Thanos at 29, And, it doesn't matter. This has just been insane. Very outlandish. They're just eliminating everyone just so easily. I'm surprised the tall man didn't fall out there. And Thanos is a loss for Dan. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter at this point. Because Dan's won. And he's got 6 people left. He had 7 when he won. That is insane. I don't think we've ever had that. And Wolverine is done. Static is done. It's just been a crazy night. And we are down to 4. And Tall Man, Buff Amon Us has been in here for a while, so has Taskmaster. I'm definitely not rooting for Reverse Flash. He's number 30 and he's a bum. And there goes the Tall Man, and uh-oh, Taskmaster just set that up perfectly. So, both of them done, and it is down to Taskmaster and Reverse Flash. And I'm telling you, Taskmaster has been on point. He has been crazy in this matchup. And we'll see if he can take down number 30. And Reverse Flash has Taskmaster on the ropes. Can he get him? And he's got him. So not only was this a landslide, number 30 wins. Congratulations to Dan. But this was terrible. This was just terrible. And don't you even dare point at that sign. I will break your finger. I will break your finger if you point at that sign. You are not going to WrestleMania. You are not. There is no way. I'll break both of your fingers. That's what I'll do. That is ridiculous. That is just beyond ridiculous. And Dan wins. Congratulations to Dan. I mean, if I'm Dan, I'm happy. I mean, I'll take any W I can get. But this was terrible. I mean, number 30 wins. It was a 7-0 landslide at the end. 7 people left. The count wasn't even done yet. And poor Marcus, man. I mean, 2K, man. They have some kind of issue with him. I think he needs to call their corporate number. I really do. That's ridiculous. But anyway, congrats to Dan, though. I got to give him the W. He's going to the Elite 8. Reverse Flash, he's not going to WrestleMania. And a matter of fact, he can reverse his Flash back to the locker room. How about that? How about that for a pun? How about that for a pun? But I hope you all enjoyed it. It was fun overall until the end, and it really fell apart. It really fell apart, but congrats to Dan. I got to give hats off to him. He's going to the Elite 8, and I will see you all later.